Hello everyone, myself Dr. Upendra Kumar. I am Assistant Professor in Computer Science and Engineering Department, IET Lucknow. So today I am going to discuss on a topic Introduction to Red Black Tree in Design and Analysis of Algorithm subject. So in this lecture we will cover what is red black tree, what is the need of red black tree. So what are different properties that a red black tree is having, and we will see very important property of red black tree in the form of lemma. We will see how we can prove that lemma in this lecture. And other thing, we will see which property or among which property would be violated if we perform insertion and deletion operation in red black tree. So for that we need some recoloring of the nodes, and also we require some rotation. So that rotations will also be discussed in this lecture, left rotation and right rotation. Okay. Now let me begin with the introduction of red black tree. Now, so red black tree is what? Red black tree is a basically self balancing binary search tree which has some additional attribute of a node, that is the color of the node. It may be either a red color or a black color. So this color property makes this red black tree different from other kind of tree. So if we talk about binary search tree, so binary search tree, if we talk about a balanced binary search tree, suppose this is 10, then 5, then 20, then 15, then 30, and this is 4 and 8. So now this is basically a binary search tree. Why this is binary search tree? Because binary search tree property says that the key value of any left child, the key value of left child should always be less than its parent, and the key value of right child should be always greater than or equal to its parent. So basically if we talk about a binary search tree, just see if we talk about root node, so all the nodes which is basically in left subtree, they are having less value than its parent 10, and all the nodes which are on the right subtree, all of them are having larger value than its parent than the root node. So this is the property of binary search tree, and this is basically a balanced binary search tree. What happens if we want to search out any particular element? Suppose if we want to search out 30, so it would take how much time? Big O of h, where h is the height of binary search tree. It comes what? Big O of log of n base 2, where n is the total number of nodes present in binary search tree. Just see here how. If we want to search 30, so now 30 would be compared with 10, okay, it is greater than 10, so it would lie somewhere in right subtree. Now again it would be compared with 25, it is again greater than 25, so it would somewhere lie in right subtree of 25. So now here 30 got matched over. So basically how many comparisons are required? The total number of nodes present in particular path. So this would be equivalent to the height of binary search tree, and height of binary search tree comes log of n base 2. So basically the complexity comes, searching complexity comes big O of LGN. This is also called big O of LGN in short form. So the problem with binary search tree is that if the elements are already in increasing order or in decreasing order, so it becomes a skewed binary search tree. So just see here, suppose for example we can take the elements like this 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, suppose like that. So just see what happens. This is a binary search tree, but since all the elements are in increasing order, so basically they are arranged in skewed manner. That is why this binary search tree is called skewed binary search tree. So what is the problem with this search tree? If you want to search 35, so you need to compare. You want to search 35, so you need to compare with all the elements of this binary search tree. So what happens? Instead of the complexity big O of LGN, it comes a big O of n. So complexity comes a big O of n. Means if there are suppose 1024 elements, so in that case if it is a balanced binary search tree, so the complexity comes log of n base 2, means to the power 10, means the complexity comes around 10. but if it is skewed binary search tree, so the complexity comes 1024. Just see here, in case of skewed binary search tree, the complexity comes larger than the balance binary search tree. So, this is how the red black tree is used, because red black tree is a self balancing binary search tree. So, it basically is a balanced binary search tree with additional attribute, that is the color information. Now, so this is the beauty of red black tree, that the complexity comes always big O of LGN, because it always tries to make the binary search tree balanced search tree. Now, the next question comes, what is the difference between AVL tree and the red black tree? AVL tree is also a balanced search tree, even balanced binary search tree, even more balanced than the red black tree. But the problem with AVL is that we need more number of rotations if we want to perform insertion and deletion operation in AVL tree. So, we need more rotations, while in case of red black tree we will see in further lecture that it will require at most 2 rotations, while AVL tree may require 10, 20 also rotations. So, that is why the complexity comes large in that case. So, if we have a need to perform only few insertion and deletion operation, in that case AVL tree is preferred, otherwise we prefer red black tree. Another point is, since AVL tree is more balanced, so in that case if we want to perform searching operation, in that case AVL tree would work much better than the red black tree. So, this is all about the comparison between the red black tree and the AVL tree. Now, this is an example of red black tree. Just see, it is following the binary search tree property. If you see each node, the parent, each node, the left child key value is always less than the parent, and the right key value is always greater than its parent. Just see, for any particular node, if we pick up, this property holds. So, this is what? This is the red black tree, because each node is also having some color like either red or black. Now, just see, for the simplicity, for the convenience purpose, the nodes in RB tree which do not have their child nodes, they are being replaced by the nil T. Just see here. So, nil T is nothing but it is an ordinary node, and the same fits an ordinary node, and basically the color of nil T is always taken as black. So, basically what happens, say if we talk about nil T, so if the nodes which do not have their child nodes, so they will be replaced, their left child and right child pointer will be replaced by nil of T, and the color will be made black. Just see here in this diagram, this 15 left child and right child, they are being pointer are replaced by the nil T, and their color is actually given as a black color. 30 left child also, 46 left child also, and so on. Now, just see. So, it follows a binary search tree property, and also each node is colored by either by red or the black color, but there is some specific rule to color the nodes in red black tree. So, what are those rules? Now, we are going to discuss. Now, just see, it is obvious that the red black tree must follow a binary search tree property. Now, the first rule is that every node is either red or black. So, this should follow, every node should be colored either with red, either with black color. Now, second is the root is black. Just see, this is very important point, the color of the root will be always black color. Now, every leaf nil is black. So, every leaf node which is nil node, that is always having black color. Now, the fourth one and fifth one both are very important. If the node is red, then both of its children are black. Just here in this diagram, the 40 is red node. So, both of its children 30 and 46 both are having the black color. If the node is red color, so both of its children will be black color. So, what is the outcome of this base property? So, outcome of this property is that we do not need two consecutive nodes in a particular path such a way that they are having the same red color. So, we do not need two red color nodes consecutively in any particular path, any path in a red black tree. So, in other sense we can say that, so in a particular path it can have, if there are n number of nodes in ith path, so number of red color nodes will be at most ni by 2, it cannot exceed ni by 2. So, in other words we can say that, So, in any path number of black nodes may be more than n by 2, n I by 2. So, the condition comes the number of red nodes will be less than n I by 2. If we talk about number of black nodes, it will be always greater than or equal to n I by 2. In other words, we can say that if there are n number of nodes in a red black tree, so the maximum possible number of red nodes will be n by 2 and the minimum possible number of black nodes will be n by 2. So, there will be greater than condition or here in case of black nodes, and in case of red nodes there will be a less than condition. Now, just see, this is what the property number 4. Now, property number 5 says that if we take any simple path from a node to the descendant leaves, it will have same number of black nodes. If you pick up any particular node, so 25, if you take any path, so in any path the number of black nodes will be same, and in that case we need to exclude the nil node also. Now, just see here, if we take 25 and any path, so in this path number of black nodes, if we need to exclude this 25 also. So, the number of black nodes will be 1 and 2, and if you include nil then 3. So, number of black nodes are 3 here. If you exclude this root node, so there are 2 nodes, 2 black nodes. Now, just see for is this path also. So, number of black nodes 1 and 2. Now, here for this path 1 and 2. For this path 1 and 2, for this path 1 and 2. So, basically if you take any particular path, so number of black nodes will be same for any particular node if we move towards the descendant leaf. So, this is the fifth property. Now, just see, now the black height of a node. How can you find out a black height of a node? So, the height of a particular node is defined by the total number of edges present in the longest path from that node to the descendant leaf. Just see here, if we want to find out the height of this 26, so the total number of edges present in a longest path to the descendant leaf. The longest path is what? So, this is your longest path. So, this is 1 edge, 2, 3 and 4. So, there are basically 4 edges in the longest path. So, the height of this node will be how much? 4. Now, black height. So, the definition of black height is that the total number of black nodes present in any path starting from that particular node x to the descendant leaf, but excluding x. So, we will exclude x in counting the number of black color nodes. So, just see here, if we talk about 26, so if you pick up any particular path, suppose this path, so we are excluding 26, no, so count 0, this is red node, so count 0, this is black node, count 1, this is red node, count 1, now this is the nil node, it is also a black color, so count 2. So, the number of black nodes, if we exclude this node, so 2, so black height of this node comes what? 2. Similarly, if we want to find out the black height of this one, this will also come 2. If you want to calculate the black height of this 30s, so just see in any path we will exclude this 30 color. So, we have only single black node, so this black height will be 1. Similarly, for this path also, this is a red node, so we will, and this will be excluded. So, now there is only one black node, so the black height will be 1. So, basically the black height will be calculated like this. Now, if we see the property 4, so black height of any node will be always greater than the height of x divided by 2. So, height of x is what? Height can be considered as total number of nodes present in that particular path starting from that node to the descendant leaf. So, it will always, it can have at least h by 2 and it can have more than h by 2 also. So, this property will be used further in proving the lemma. Now, we are going to prove the most important property of red black tree, that a red black tree which has n number of internal nodes will have height at most 2 Lg n plus 1. So, before proving this lemma, this important property, we need to prove 2 claims here. So, what are the 2 claims? The claim first is any node x with the height h of x has the black height bhx is greater than hx by 2. This point already we have discussed in previous slide. Since the property 4 says that there should be no any consecutive two red nodes in any particular path. So, what happens? So, in any path the maximum possible number of red nodes would be h by 2 if h is the height of node. So, h x by 2. So, in other words we can say that the minimum number of possible black nodes will be h x by 2. So, it can have more than that also. So, the condition says that b h x, so black height of x will be, so basically black height of x is what? The total number of black nodes present in that path. So, the black height will be always greater than this h x by 2 because of the property 4. So, now this claim 1 is proved. Now, if we talk about the claim 2, so claim 2 says that the subtree rooted at any node x contains at least to the power b h x minus 1 internal nodes. So, basically the rough subtree which is rooted as particular node x will have total number of internal nodes to the power b h x minus 1. So, this need to be proved. How can we prove it? We are going to prove it by using mathematical induction method. So, what mathematical induction method says? It first it checks out the whether this condition, whether this formula is valid for the base condition or not, base values or not. Once it is proved that it is valid for the base cases, now we assume that for the smaller input it is true, and by using that formula for the smaller input, if you are able to prove that this formula is also working for the larger input, in that case using mathematical induction we can say that this claim is also this assumption is also correct. Now, just see this, we are going to cross check whether this formula is valid for the base case or not. So, base case is what? So, for red black tree base case is the nil node, that is the leaf node. So, for nil node, just see the black height will be how much? The black height will be 0, because if nil node, if there is only a single node, that is a nil node. So, obviously the black height will be 0, there will be no internal nodes, black color nodes except nil node. So, black height is 0. If we put this value in equation, so to the power 0 minus 1, that is to the power 0 is equal to 1. So, 1 minus 1, that is 0. So, if we put this in formula, so we get a value 0. If you see any arbitrary which is having only a single nil node, so what would be the internal nodes, number of internal nodes? Definitely the number of internal nodes will be 0, because nil node is a leaf node, it is an external node. So, there is no other any other internal node, so number of internal nodes will be 0. So, now this it means that this whatever the conclusion we have drawn for the base values phase cases, it is true. Now, once it is true, now we are going to assume that this formula is valid for the for any child of that particular node x. Now, using that formula, if you are able to prove that this formula is also working for the node x, it means our assumption is correct, and then this formula is correct. Now, just see here we are assuming that this formula is valid for any child of x. So, just see here in this diagram, x is a node and y 1 and y 2 are the child nodes. The height of x is h. So, definitely the height of their child nodes will be h minus 1. Now, just see. So, if formula for the child node, if the child node is labeled as y, so then the total number of internal nodes of the subtree rooted at y will be to the power b h y minus 1. So, now we are assuming that this formula is correct for the child node. Now, using this formula, if you are able to prove that this formula is also valid for the parent node, means x node, then our assumption is correct. Okay. Now, just see, if the black height of node x is b, if black height of node x is b, so what would be the black height of their child nodes? If the child node color is red, so the black height will be equivalent to x, by is equal bhy is equal to b. If the child node is blacks, in that case, so black height will be b minus 1. So, what we conclude by this two? We conclude that the child node of x will have at least black height b minus 1. Okay. So, if we put this value, at least value to this formula, so what we get? So, we get what? So, in place of bhy we will put bhx minus 1. So, black height minus 1 of black height of x minus 1. Now, just see. So, the total number of internal nodes rooted at y will be to the power bhx minus 1. So, we are putting here. So, what we get? So, BHY is equal to BHX minus 1. Now, just see, if you want to calculate the total number of internal nodes in subtree rooted at x, so how we can calculate? So, total number of internal nodes rooted at x will be equal to total number of internal nodes rooted at y1 plus total number of internal nodes rooted at y2 plus 1. Plus 1 means x is also an internal node. So, for the left child, total number of internal nodes is to the power BHX minus 1 and the right side also to the power BHX minus 1 by this formula and plus 1 for this x itself. Now, if we resolve this problem, if we solve this equation, so what we get here 2 into to the power BHX minus 1, this will be cancelled. So, finally get to the power BHX minus 1. So, by using the total number of internal nodes value for the internal nodes, now we are able to prove that the total number of internal nodes for the root node is also for the parent node x is also coming like the same formula. So, it means whatever we have assumed, that assumption is correct. So, now this claim 2 is also correct. Now, by using these two claims, we are going to prove our lemma that the red black tree which has n internal nodes will have height at most 2 LG n minus 1 n plus 1. So, we need to prove this one. Now, claim 2 says that total number of internal nodes will be greater than to the power BHX minus 1. Now, by using claim 2. Now, claim 1 this says that the black height will be greater than or equal to the maximum height of red black tree divided by 2. This is by claim 1. So, now by using claim 2 and claim 1, now we are putting this the value of BHH by 2 over here. So, what we get to the power h by 2 minus 1. Okay. Now, adding 1 both sides. So, what we get? So, n plus 1 is equal to the power h by 2 minus 1 plus 1 will be cancelled. Now, taking log of both sides. So, what we get? Log of n plus 1 is equal to greater than or equal to, so h by log of h by 2. So, basically what? So, h comes what? H is less than 2 Lg n plus 1, hence this formula is proved. Now, we are going to talk about the operations on red black tree. So, what are different possible operations? So, we can find out the minimum, we can find out the maximum, we can find out the predecessor, successor, and other operations are we need to insert some element, any element in red black tree, and we want to delete some element from the red black tree. So, all these operations would take big O of LGN time. How we can see here? Now, if you are going to perform insert operation in red black tree, so what kind of violations it will occur? Suppose, first of all, we know that while insertion we need to apply the standard binary search tree rule in order to insert that particular node, new node into red black tree. Once we have inserted that node in red black tree, now we have to decide which color we can provide to that new node. If we provide that new node red color, so the property 4 will be violated. So, property 4 says that no any path in a red black tree will have 2 consecutive red nodes. Similarly, if we give a color black, so what will happen? The property number 5 will be violated. Why? Because property 5 says that then if we pick up any particular path, so any path will have the total count of black nodes will be same. So, in which path this new node will be added, black node will be added. So, that will increase the count of black nodes on that particular path. So, this will violate the property 5. So, how we can resolve this property violation while we are going to insert a node in a red black tree? Just see here, suppose this is a red black tree and we want to add 33. So, first we will follow a binary search tree property. So, binary search tree property says that you need to first compare with the root node. Now, 33 is greater than 25. So, it would somewhere added in right subtree. Now, it is compared with 40. So, if 33 is less than 40, so it would somewhere added in this left subtree. Now, it is compared with 32, it is greater than 32. So, it would somewhere added here. Now, it is compared with 35. Now, 33 is less than 35. So, 33 will be added as a left child of 35. Now, when we color it red, so what will happen? So, the color of 33 and 35 both having the same color and they are consecutive in this path. So, property 4 will be violated. Similarly, if you want to insert a 12, so now 12 will be added as a left child of 15. So, now the color of this black this node will be black. So, what will happen? This will increase the total count of black nodes in this path, which will be larger than other paths. So, this will violate the property 5. So, how we can resolve these violations? For these, to overcome from these violations, we need some recoloring and rotation operations. Similarly, if we want to delete a particular node from the red black tree, so what kind of violations it may have? So, the first property, there will be no any problem, and suppose the node is black. If the node is red, then there will be no any problem, but if the node is red which is going to be deleted, so it will have some problem. The first property, no problem. If we talk about second property, if the node which is root is having the black color and there is and that node is being deleted, so what will happen? It will be replaced by its child node which is having the red color, which may be having the red color. So, this property can be violated. Now, if we talk about third, so every nil node is black, there will no any problem. If we talk about fourth, so there will be a problem. Yes, if you delete a black node, so what may happen? Suppose in this example, if 45 is deleted, what will happen? So, the two red color nodes will come in consecutive order in this path. So, this is basically the violation of property 4. Now, property 5 will also be violated, because suppose in this path, if you are going to delete this 32 black nodes, so what will happen? So, number of black nodes will be decreased by 1 here, which will be different from other paths. So, this is property 5 will be violated. Just see how we can overcome from these violations while we perform the insertion and deletion operations. So, we basically do recoloring of the nodes and also we perform some rotations. So, here we will discuss the rotations. So, basically there are two kinds of rotations, left rotations and right rotations. So, what we do in left rotation, just see here in this diagram. So, x is a parent node and y is a child node. Now, we are going to perform a left rotation with respect to x. So, we will rotate anti-clockwise. So, what will happen after rotation? X will become the child of y. Here x is the parent of y, after rotation y will become the parent of x. Just see here. So, if we rotate anti-clockwise, so x has become the left child of y. Then what happens? The previous left child of y. So, this previous left child of y is now has become the right child of x. So, these are what are the changes in left rotation. Similarly, if we talk about right rotation, so this would be just in reverse order. Means just see here, in this case y is the parent of x. Now, when we apply a right rotation, means when we rotate clockwise this subtree, so what will happen? So, x will become the parent and y will become the right child. So, just see here, x has become the parent and y has become the right child of x. Then what about the right child of x? Now, since after rotation y has become the right child of x, then what will happen about this beta? Beta is the previous right child of x. Now, after rotation this would become the left child of y. So, basically these are all the changes which are actually done after applying the left rotation and right rotation. Now, just see, this can be better understood by an example here. Now, this is x, this is y, we are going to apply here left rotation. So, 11 is here, 11 is the parent of 18. Now, 11 will become the left child of 18 over here. Just see here, 11 has become the left child of 18. Then what about this 14 and 17? This 14 and 17 would become the right child of 11. Just see here. Similarly, if we talk about the reverse process, here just see, here we are applying the right rotation with respect to y. Here this is 11 is x and 18 is y. Now, this here we are going to perform right rotation, clockwise rotation. So, now 11 will become parent and 18 will become the right child of x. Just see here. Then what about this right child of 11? This would become the left child of 18. Just see here. So, this is how we can perform the left and right rotation in red black tree. Now, this is an algorithm. Just see here, y is the right of x. Yes, we have assigned a notation y to the right child of x. Then right of x is equal to left of y. So, now just see after rotation what happens, left of y is what, beta. Now, this beta becomes the right child of x. So, this is what is written over here, right of x is equal to left of y, left of y is nothing but beta. Now, beta has become the right child of x. Now, if left of y is not is equal to nil, then p parent of left of y is equal to x. If left of y beta is not nil, now earlier it was its parent was y, now its parent will become x over here. Now just see here in this diagram, the parent of beta becomes x. So, left of y is not nil, then parent of beta will become, this is nothing but beta. So, parent of beta will become x. Now, parent of y is equal to parent of x. Now, just see if there is a parent z of x. So, after rotation this z will become the parent of y. The same written here, parent of y, now parent of earlier parent of x will become the parent of current y. Now, if p x is equal to nil, means if the parent of x is nil, it means x is the root node. Now, definitely after rotation this y will become the root of this red black tree. Now, the root of t is equal to y. Now, else if then we will see whether x is the left child of its parent or right child of its parent. If x is the left child of its parent, so definitely y will become the left child of parent. If x is the right child of its parent, so definitely this y will become the right child of parent. This is what written over here. If x is x is the left child of its parent, then y will become the left child, otherwise it will become the right child of its parent. Now, left of y is equal to x. Now just see the left child of y is what? Left child of y is x. So, now just see the left of y is becomes x now. Then parent of x is equal to y and the parent of x is the y. Now, this is all about the algorithm of left rotation, right rotation. Thank you very much.